Hi, Michaela Peterson got low folate levels. I assume she will have to add some riboflavin and eggs. Well, she can increase her riboflavin intake and she can get some folate and all that. But the quickest way actually is you've got two methylation pathways. If you're, and this is a problem if you're eating liver and stuff like that, you're getting far more you can, or some certain other animal foods. Sometimes people can get excessive level of B12 and they can burn through folate. And it's the same thing with, the vegans and other people like that, plant-based people. They can actually have too much folate in their diet and burn through B12 vitamins. Not enough B6 can be a problem as well in that regard. But the biggest one usually is a choline deficiency. There's actually research on this. It's a choline deficiency. Some people have very poor choline, where they can synthesize choline. They've got it like in their genetics, like I have to eat choline because my ancestors consumed quite a lot. And that may be her main reason. She may not be aware of it. And what happens is you end up using the primary methylation pathway, the folate, B12, B6, riboflavin type pathway. And as a consequence, you can really deplete some of those micronutrients. You add choline in there. So eggs will add choline or a choline supplement, and your folate, B6 folate, and also, B6 can also be overused for a whole lot of other things, including dealing with oxalate. That's another issue. And so there's a whole lot of reasons why you can end up with a low folate level. This can be complicated to try and work out exactly what's causing it. But usually the quickest way to resolve it is with a choline supplementation. It really resolves it pretty fast because then you're actually using the other methylation pathway, and you are actually the methionine one. Methionine methylation pathway requires choline. Because remember, methionine sitting here, the cycle, that's the main one, really, the methionine. I've talked about it in homocysteine. I've got a video on homocysteine which I take the piss out of Gregor, Dr. Gregor, the Vagoon, and I just tear him quadruple assholes and show how ridiculous their whole arguments are. And pretty much I cover the importance of that methionine cycle. And she's not supporting that with sufficient choline because choline comes in that and intersects directly into that. And if you've got a genetic, like I've got MTHFR genes, I've also got a poor choline synthesis. I have to eat choline. Otherwise, my B12, folate levels and all that fall to very low levels. So I have to consume choline to support my methylation because of those genetics. She may have similar genetics. I don't know. Without a genetic test, not a. So remember, in the last 10,000 years, we're not like the tribal people in Africa. They have the original genetics. People that left Africa from the Horn of Africa, we've adapted to the domestication of plants and animals. And in the last 10,000 years, we've got a few slight variations, like the calcium issue. 24% of Europeans have it. No one has it in Africa. Zilch. So it is basically the people out of Africa that basically have these because of the domestication of animals and plants and stuff like that. So things have changed. Choline synthesis in the Han Chinese, 76%, can do it without actually having to eat it, supplement it. Those people that have got those genes very rarely get fatty liver because choline is used to export fat out of the liver, and actually have also some level of longevity because of that. So if she has, like I have, the complete reverse impeded, that means even worse than the Africans. We're talking about, I have to eat choline, otherwise I have a severe deficiency, and that can affect me neurologically, brain, and all that as well. So that's another thing where people can have not enough issues with their neurotransmitters and a whole lot of other things, their brain chemistry, again, because they're not getting enough choline in their diet and because they have these genetic susceptibilities. So she may have that, and she may need choline to resolve her folate deficiency and whatever else. So if, yes, you should let her know. I, being another YouTube channel, yeah, I don't really know her well, but if people know her well or whatever, pass on the message, because it's a bit, it can be uncomfortable. I do subscribe to her, and I do subscribe to her dad, but at the same time, I feel a bit uncomfortable, because it's another YouTuber. You're another YouTuber. You know what I mean? As a person, you could probably mention this, and she could go away and do her own research and work it out. She's a smart girl. She's probably just unaware of it, like I've been unaware of other things, which I learned from other people, like Bart about the Randall cycle. I sort of had a suspicion that something was going wrong here and came up with a glycation theory, but the Randall cycle thing just worked it all out for me. So yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it at that.